Hi, welcome to Recharging with Champions. This is our very first, it's our inaugural
This
episode.
is special.
And I have asked a very special guest to join us today. This is Miss Katie Tabor. She has been with Foreman and Watson for over 5 years doing business development, right?
Yes.
So she has been all about the marketing realm. Katie, how did you end up getting into title? That's a unique business.
Well, it's a funny story. I bought my house with my husband, closed with Foreman Watson. Did not know anything about what that entailed. And then about a year later, got a phone call from a friend who had just started at Foreman Watson and asked me if I would be interested to come answer the phones there. And I came in and it seemed like where I needed to be. And so that's how I started.
So they saw some potential in this phone answering. As you can tell, she has a lovely voice. So that obviously worked out very well.
Thank you.
And then you started doing marketing. So your thing. I asked Katie, I was like, Katie, I want you to come on my show and I would like you to talk about what you do in marketing that makes you special. And she said, let me think about it. It didn't take her long to figure it out. It is the red lipstick.
It is the iconic.
It is the
red lipstick.
iconic red lipstick.
Yes.
So tell me, why red lipstick?
Because red lipstick is empowering.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the biggest things I think in the marketing realm, in the referral business realm, is to be confident.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you are building relationships with people, you have to have confidence in not only what you're selling, but also in yourself. And so red lipstick is something that makes me feel like I can conquer the world.
It's really hard to not be bold in a situation when you're walking in being bold.
Yes.
Right?
That's
It's
exactly
like,
right.
if I wasn't feeling confident when I was like out in the parking lot, I come in with this and I know I've got to be game on, right? I've got to be bold.
Yes. And it's almost, I don't want to say fake it till you make it, but it is really, you put on the red lips and you really can't not.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
So I have to tell you that I was in school a couple years back. I'm not going to age myself here, but I did a report on high heels and kind of the same thing. Now, here's the sad part is I turned 40 and my feet said, nope.
No more.
So I can't do it anymore. My husband got me a sweet little necklace. It's a high heel because he knows how much I loved high heels.
That's sweet.
But I loved high heels because the same thing. Like if I put those on, I was immediately like, it makes your posture good.
Yes.
You're elevated and you just have to walk with style. If not, you're probably walking from pain back to your car at the end of the night. But that was the same kind of premise. Like wear these bold high heels and until your feet die and say no longer.
Well, that's the good thing about red lipstick.
That's right.
Is that it doesn't hurt.
You don't have to do it.
You can wear it all day and it doesn't bother you.
So tell me, I don't remember when this transition happened. I knew you before red lipstick.
Yes.
So when did the red lipstick become like I should do this as a thing?
It's funny. I couldn't tell you exactly when that happened. When I started in this marketing business development position, I was not as super confident in myself and my ability to be a, salesperson, if you will. And so I, at some point, I tried on the red lipstick. I felt like a clown. And I get that from a lot of people who say, oh, I could never pull off red lipstick. Anybody can pull off red lipstick. So, I don't know. I found what I thought was the perfect shade for me. And I've just been rocking it ever since.
So was it like one of those things where you wore it once or twice and people would always comment on it?
Yes.
And then you were like, I'm going to make this a thing.
Yeah.
So how many phone calls or comments about it do you get now per week from your sphere?
A lot of them. Yes. I get selfies. Yeah. I get phone calls or texts or selfies of people who have tried it for the first time. And like I said, a lot of people don't think that they can pull off red lipstick. Everyone, I think, can pull off red lipstick.
So let me ask you, the first time you put it on,
yes,
what did your husband and children think?
Well, I have a 15-year-old son. He always thinks that I am just over the top.
Right.
So I think that he was just like, oh, Mom, you're doing a lot there. But, my husband, very supportive. And he also knows that I'm a little extra. So he was not surprised.
That was not as surprising.
No.
So the time that I sent you the text saying, look, Katie, I'm trying my red lipstick, which is what I know you get all the time.
Yes.
I went home and both of my sons who are in their 20s both looked at me like, Mom,
what are you doing?
What is this?
Yes.
I'm like, you guys are just not used to it.
You just don't understand.
But I look back at the pictures and I think it looked pretty good.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like I feel like I need some red
I
lipstick.
think you do too.
And you know what? This is my first podcast.
You're very lucky because I brought red lipstick.
I feel like you don't go anywhere without your red lipstick.
You are correct.
Okay, so let's try the red lipstick.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I am back. Red lipstick. And I'm going to look at this video. I don't normally look, but yeah, it is there.
It is there.
I am there.
It's bold. Yes.
I feel like it might get on my teeth, but I'm going to try really hard.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's
what
okay.
happens, we're editing that out.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about your business. So obviously you did not start doing business development from red lipstick.
Correct.
But take me the progression. So you get into this role, you're answering the phone, and might I say, you have grown quite a following. Right?
Thank you.
You just really have.
Yes.
So in the title industry, you want real estate agents, you want lenders to
Yes.
come to you. And I will say that Katie has built a following. So what did you do to start that? What was your initial steps?
I would say the biggest thing is I'm a huge relationship builder.
Okay.
I think that is the foundation of any business relationship, is to have a personal relationship at the beginning, because that builds trust. I think trust is a huge thing. And referring business back and forth, if I'm going to ask you to give me your business or to refer business to me, you have to trust me. And so some may say that I'm a people person. Yeah. Some may say that I like to make friends.
So when you started though, you're at a company, and they had, Foreman and Watson had been here, but they didn't have nearly the name that they have now.
Right.
So what steps did you take just to find those people to build relationships? What did you do to build that?
I just started gung-ho right out the gate. When I started doing business development, it was like, who all in this town can I call? Who all can I hang out with?
And when you say call, I know this girl. You
Yes.
didn't just pick up the phone and call them.
No.
You basically, your momentum and your energy, you came out with like, I'm going to do everything.
Everything.
Like there's not an event that I didn't see you at.
No. Yes. And at that time I was pregnant with my daughter. It was in 2019. And so I wanted to be everywhere.
Right.
And I had the time, because I had not had that baby yet, to be everywhere and to go to everything and to see people in all different kind of facets.
Right.
You know, obviously you go to things that are strictly realtor based, but then other events in town too. So
would you say that movement or energy created your business just by constantly being present and being there? Then you built relationships,
of course.
And then you took it one step further and you built an image that people now attach to. So when you say that people reach out to you about the lipstick,
yes,
would you say these are realtors and clients?
Yes.
What about guys? What are the responses from the guys? Do they notice it? Do they ever say anything?
I don't get a lot of feedback from the guys. I think that it's very clear that is my thing. If I don't have on the red lipstick, that's when I typically get comments from the men of like, oh, who are you? You know, I didn't recognize you without the red lipstick. So
I'm not sure what's different.
Yeah.
But something is
off here. Yes.
When you bring this community.
Yes.
Would you say that you were intentional in that once you figured out that it was kind of a thing, you were intentional in getting it out there that this is actually a thing?
Yes.
And how did you do that?
Well, it's funny. I do a lot of videos. I do a lot of content, but I don't do
TikTok Tabor.
I do a lot of TikToks. I don't do a lot of live videos, just because it's just an awkward thing. And one morning I just felt like I needed to talk about the red lipstick. Everybody knows that I wear it and everybody comments on it, but there was a morning that I was just like, you know what? This makes me feel powerful. And I think that it's important to say to women and men and whoever, you don't necessarily have to wear the red lipstick, but there is something to be said about feeling powerful and empowered in yourself and what that can do for you in
kind of
business.
A positive spin on something that some people might think is too much.
Yes.
What is your extra?
And even for people who don't wear a lot of makeup, look beautiful in red lipstick. Look at Charlotte just rocking it.
My kids are going to watch this and go, yeah, no, Mom.
Well, it's funny. My daughter, who I had in 2019, now she puts on her red lipstick every day before
hilarious.
She sits at her little vanity and she puts on her red lipstick before we go to daycare.
That's hilarious. That's great. That's awesome. All right. So let's just play a little game here. I'm thinking that red lipstick is your theme. Now, obviously you did lots of things to grow a foundation.
Right.
You spent lots of energy and got in front of people constantly. You gave. Basically, you gave to get.
Yeah.
She literally volunteered at every possible volunteer thing there was. I mean, Katie, you've done the energy that she's put behind this is immense, and always with a smile, which I think is perfect that you went to the red lipstick,
Right.
because it really goes with the theme, right?
Smile, yes.
If you think of Katie Tabor, you think of a smile, which is why I wanted to bring her on for the first episode. I'm like, I'm going to bring some happiness on. So the idea is that you have a brand or a theme or an iconic thing, right? That is tied to you now. And I'm going to give you some themes.
Okay.
And I want you to think if you know what it is.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
We're going to start easy. Golden arches.
McDonald's.
Oh, right. Okay. How about a green mermaid?
Oh, Starbucks.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm cheating here. This is a tougher one.
Okay.
A red and an orange circle that are slightly overlaid.
MasterCard.
That's right.
MasterCard.
Yeah. That's it. Like, that's a little tougher. How about a pink car?
A pink car.
Cadillac,
Mary Kay.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I feel like I'm doing really good here.
You're doing really good. Really, really good. All right. And then here's a tough one.
Okay.
A red, white, and blue balloon.
A red,
hot air balloon, I should say.
Remax?
Very good. I was going to say, you better get this one. All those Remax.
Yeah, very
agents
familiar.
Are like,
yes.
know that. Right, I've got last one, hard one.
Okay.
It's an alligator. A green alligator.
Is that Lacoste?
Is that what it is? Yeah. That's it. I actually would not have got that right because I wouldn't have remembered the name. I would have known the shirt.
Right.
Yes. Line.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Very good. All right. So we are going to end our little session today with a question that I'm going to ask everybody.
Okay.
All right. So 2 things.
Yes.
1, what is your favorite book?
Ooh, that is a good question. I used to be a huge reader. I am not as much of a reader anymore just because of time. I am a big James Patterson fan.
Ooh,
so that, crime fiction.
I could see that.
Yeah. So my husband actually for our first Christmas bought me an entire Alex Cross series. And it was a ton of books from James Patterson.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Big splash. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Very good. And then the next one is, because this is a marketing and business development podcast.
Yes.
What's your favorite app? It could be for a computer or for a phone. What's your favorite app that has helped you in your marketing or your branding?
I am a huge Canva user. I use a lot of I do a lot of flyers and graphics and social media stuff. And a lot of it I do from Canva.
I love that. So she didn't know this, and she does not have any idea what the next couple of podcasts are on. But just so you know, my next podcast is a training. It's a deeper dive on Canva about how to use Canva to send an active text to people with a graphic. So check in for next week.
Yes.
If you like Canva, this was going to be for your people that know what Canva is,
right?
But maybe don't know all the tricks and things that are behind there that you can do with Canva. So hey, thanks. You led me right into that one, Katie.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Katie.
Thank you,
it has
Charlotte.
been a pleasure.
Yes.
And I think we have 2 edits. I think that's really impressive for our first podcast.
Listen, I'm impressed.
Thank you, guys. And thank you again for tuning in to Charging with Champions. I'm your host, Charlotte Harrell. This is Katie Tabor. And we would love for you to follow or share this with anybody that needs a little pick-me-up and an idea for their marketing and branding. Go simple.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you.